like ever, Garage Talk. We're just going to go ahead and answer a question, do a little check in here, and answer a question from one of the hosts, from one of the subscribers, Foo Fighters 10. He basically said, if we can take a look at the garage stuff and some equipment, that sort of thing. And someone else, I feel bad because it was somewhere lost in the list here, but someone else asked for that too. So let's see, I'm looking right at it. So your equipment during gameplay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? All right, so let me go ahead and close that down. Well, I just turned this thing on. It's more than, I guess, a garage docs. We also just had the 3.1. I mean, granted, today is, and I have to think, Friday. So as of what, midnight last night, the 3.1 came out, and people were talking about what a long download it was, and I personally did not. I don't know. I didn't really see it do any download, but maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it was only for the PlayStation. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and take a quick knockout here of the store. You know me, I like to knock out these little stars indicating that you've never seen anything before, just in case I'm missing something, and pretty much I'm missing nothing, so cool. Independence Day Mega Bun. Dull. All right, so 50% off, that is pretty dope. What are you looking at here? Pretty much the painted tanks. You're looking at the Freedom. You're looking at the Liberté and the Cromwell. So the 3 tanks with flaggageness on it. And this guy's here is called the Mega Bundle. This guy's just called the Bundle. So what's the difference? You have the... I honestly don't know. Same tanks. Oh, it's the goodies that come with it. That's what it is. I wish you can scroll down faster instead of waiting for it to scroll up. Anyways, you're looking at 6,000 gold difference between those two bundles. So when they say 50% off, what part of it is 50%? The whole thing altogether? Yeah, probably. But once again, I don't know about you. I just need the tanks. I don't really need the 30 days premium, that sort of thing. Back when I was getting these tanks. If you want the tank all by itself, wow, you're kidding me. That is such a good deal. You guys do not know how good you have it. 4,500 gold for the Freedom. That is just dumb less for. So you're lucky. And then, of course, little T-15. He's a really good scout tank, to be honest. So pretty cool. All right, let's get out of here. So let's go do a quick run through here. Just because I have issues. So claim your independence. What is that? Blocked. So it's any tank. Huh, that's cool. Right on. And what else they got here? Any tank, any tank, any tank. Huh. All right, well, cool. So when I get into a tank specific thing later on, when I do the ride along after this video, I'll go ahead and select the appropriate thing there. So, okay, garage dock. There we go. 248 vehicles. If you were to jump over to the tanks, tank tree, that's called having sake with your dinner. So you can see here, I got crazy, got all my tier 1s. I didn't buy back this tier 2, or not a big Artie fan. But for the most part, pretty much have all the tanks there. This guy's been unlocked. Just need to purchase them. I do have the money, but I'm saving it for a different tank. But heard really good things about the LTTB, and so eventually we'll go ahead and go there. And then you can see here, speaking of saving it for a particular tank, I am saving my money for the STI. So you can see here where I'm sitting in the world of Russian tanks. I'm going to go ahead and jump over here to the American tanks. This is the first line, and notice the 50% off at this time for the 4th of July weekend. And this was the first nation that I ran through. Again, you can see the check marks indicating which tanks I have. I need to buy back this guy and this guy. Huh. Wow. Just got stuck looking at those sales prices. I only have a couple tier 10s. You can see I have this one here and this one here. So you have a tank destroyer with the turret and, of course, the heavy tank. Well, that's nothing really to talk about there. Japanese tanks. you can see here, very thin line. Has some lights and mediums, and then you jump into mediums, and there I am there with the Chi-Ri, and there it is. Nothing too crazy going on there. Now the Chinese line is super thin, and at the tier 6 it branches off, as you're probably well aware of, into the 3 or 2 things here with the first premium showing up there, and then it branches off as it continues to be the light, medium, then becomes the heavy here in tier 7. You have it continues on, but once you get to 9, the medium takes over, and of course you don't have tier 9 or 10 light tanks in the game. So that's where I stand there. French tanks. So you heard word on the street is they are having a tier 8 premium tank coming our way. So that'll be interesting to see. You can see I was a naughty boy and skipped right through this, researched this, and bought this, and I've never even owned the AMX M445, but I will eventually grab that. So there it is on the French. Not really grinding the French. British tanks. Good times. Been pretty happy with the Cromwell being one of my favorite tanks in the British line. Staying away from premiums because those are just a boatload of fun. You can see here I've just been dragging my feet, cruising along here. I do have finally have had, as you know, the tier 8 Carnivon, but it's pretty tough. I don't have the top gun, but for all intents and purposes it's pretty much the same as the second to the top gun, just a few different tweaks there. That's my fun little tier 1. You may see me out there scooting around in that, and you can see going through the massive German tank tech tree, just a ton. One of the things to point out here is this tank here, a little saddened. I wish we were given heads up, and if we were, then shame on me. But this used to be the AUK dot Panzer, and or Panther, I don't know. I think it's Panther. But this was a nice ramming little, well, heavy and in weight light tank. And they switched it out for the PZ1C here. So, they make changes. Also, I'd like to point out, I can't help myself. The E25, sorry, should have been rare. I don't know why it's in the tree. I've saved up my money. I will not be purchasing on this. I'm going to save it for the heavy tank, but have had the Young Panther 2 unlocked forever. Borsig, one of my favorites. And you can see there the Panther is close to getting the Panther 2. And that's pretty much it to discuss here in the German line. And getting back to Russia, I think this is where we started from, and I've already told you that pretty much that's the guy that's in my sights. Now, the other question that a person posted and posed to me was the question about crew skills. And this is going to start barroom fights, tastes great, less filling. But you asked for it, so I will give you my 2 cents. Let me go ahead and bring in my tier 8. Let's go ahead and start off with a light tank. So when it comes to a light tank, the way I look at it is everyone can benefit from some of the things I want to mention, but some of the tanks really need to emphasize that that skill that I'm going to be pointing out. And for one thing, 6 cents. Everybody can benefit from Brothers in Arms. You can see here I have enough skills here where they have to scroll through. I do have Mentor to help increase the speed in which you acquire a new skill. I'm a big fan of Deadeye, Deadeye being the one that helps get those criticals, damage modules, if you will. And then, something like a light tank, a medium tank, in my opinion, I mean, everyone can benefit from it. I don't want to keep giving my disclaimer, but if you're limited to what your choices are, the light tanks and medium tanks, shooting on the run and the aiming, maintaining a better aim as you're running, cruising your turret around. Light tanks, of course, have a very good camouflage factor. So when it comes to light tanks and tank destroyers, that's where I lean towards camouflage. More camouflage on the tank destroyer side than the light tank side, only because I don't know why. I think I just want more of the action-y type things, whereas I feel like a TD is more sedentary. And then of course the repairs, and then you can see here the last thing I have that I'm working on is the track repairs, and that's because mobility in a scout tank is life. Jumping up to the next level would be the well, and I don't have a good crew to show you. Would be see, I took him out. See, he's a brand new guy. Well, air quotes, brand new guy. But when it comes to this sort of tank, it'd be very similar to the light tank, with a little more emphasis towards fighting than the camouflage passivity. Jumping over to a heavy tank. Let me take off this one here. It's a little easier for me to think and see. This is my best crew in my IS-3. Although I do have a tier 9, I have just kept my best crew here in this tank. And again, very similar to the light tank that we just looked at. Although with the heavy tank, you can see here I do have the clutch braking, so they can turn rotate the chassis better, because I wanted a little bit more movement. But very similar to the previous builds. You can see I've got some safe storage going on there because I do not like being ammo racked. And that's about it. So the last thing to take a look at as I fumble through all of this is it 8 now? I don't even know. Where are my people? Is it? No. No. See, brand new guy. I've never even run this tank. So the SU-12244, he is actually the that crew member actually belongs in the SU-100M1, and that particular tank's crew you can see here. I haven't used him a lot because he's only up to what, 2, 4, 5.5 skills, and you're kind of seeing a theme with the Deadeye, because I want to do the damage, Brothers in Arms, the Mentor, the Sixth Sense, and of course the camouflage. And what I'm going to do when it comes to a TD is, let me go ahead and show you my ninja here, my ninja pilot. Oh wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Boom. Did I bring him in? Yeah, he showed up. Okay, cool. I don't know why I keep doing that, so sorry. You can see here, when it comes to a tank destroyer, I've really emphasized the ninja ability. I don't know, whatever. I'm not smart enough right now to come up with a good word for it, but this guy here, you want him to be stealthy. He's not going to take hits. And when I say this guy, I mean especially TDs. I want to be a sniper that's unseen in the back. So how are you going to do that? You're going to need the range. So you have your Mentor for increasing skill speed. You have your Brothers in Arms. You have your Sixth Sense, because you absolutely need to know the intelligence. You need to have the intel on whether someone is seeing you or not. Then you have the muffling, the increased camouflage factor of shooting. And then you have your recons and your crap. I don't remember what it's called. That's gonna drive me nuts. Situational awareness, and when you combine these things, when you have binoculars and certain things that give each other a bonus, so now you have the ability to see a little further. Repairs is always good because, of course, it applies to everything. Silent driving, helping to increase my stealth capability while on the move. And then, of course, the muffled shot, like I pointed out, camouflage, commonsensically explained. And then green thumb is just a bonus to when you are hidden behind some type of greenery or vegetation. I shouldn't necessarily say it has to be greenery. And in this one here, of course, it says here when it's combined with camouflage net and camouflage skill. We got the skill, we just don't have the net, I don't think. No, we do have the net on this particular tank, so it gives it a plus. So there you go in a nutshell when it comes to skills. Kind of the things I like to look at. Don't get hung up on the order, because I have moved some skills around for various reasons. But and there's also some techniques where some folks will run they'll run the repair, gets completely fulfilled, then they switch out repair for another skill or perk, probably, and then you retrain on the repair skill. Because the repair skill, as an example, with being a skill, is you get a percentage of its assistance as it's increasing, whereas perks, You have to wait for it to be developed 100%, such as 6 cents. All right, so that is pretty much it in a nutshell. If you have any other further questions, feel free to seek me out, send a message, that sort of thing. But I went through my crew skill mentality there, and I did a little garage talk showing you what I've had thus far and what my plans are. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little garage talk, and I will catch you later.